Now then guys, welcome to Strasz Gaming. I'm Luke. This is the end of Season 2 of my Leicester City Let's Play on Football Manager 2024. And we've got a lot to discuss. So we might as well just get started, shall we? Like I say, it's the end of Season 2. The final episode of Season 2. I've not even uploaded any of Season 2 onto YouTube yet. Probably should start doing that. But first things first, we're going to start off with the rumours of that there's a takeover, even though despite apparently the rumours are not to be believed, but apparently a tycoon was interested. Would be nice, we could do with the money. So that's one big news. The other big news is we've comfortably survived in the Premier League. We are 13 points clear of the relegation zone. Today we face West Ham for the last game of the season. If we beat them by 4 or 5 goals, we could go 10th and finish top half. It's pretty crazy. We've also had our youth intake. We've also had one of the youth intakes come straight into the team and score 2 goals in the last game because we need a striker. So, yeah, things have also not been going well. Let's have a look at the old schedule. Schedule. What am I on about? Oh, God, I'm a bit all over the place. Last episode, you saw us get knocked out of the Europa Conference League and the FA Cup in the quarter-final. I followed that by a 3-3 draw against Newcastle. Martial came back. He scored. Ben Nilsson, he came on, scored, and then Tok came on and equalised in the 94th minute in a dramatic comeback from us there because we were down 3-0 by 41 minutes into the game. So coming back, winning 3-0, 3-3 even, drawing 3-3, not winning it, but anyway, did well. But then we conceded 3 goals against Chelsea. Terrible game. Didn't really look like we were going to do anything in it. An injury to McAteer, not really played since, not back from injury since. Brentford, we then drew against them, 1-1. Martial back on the score sheet, looking like he's doing out well. I think Martial, yeah. I'm thinking, do you know what? He might be the striker for us next season. He's doing well. And then we managed to beat Burnley 2-0, but then Martial gets an injury, and I'm thinking, do you know what? Martial does need to go next season, really. We can't rely on him. He's on a lot of money, and he's always injured. We then followed that up by 3 straight defeats. 2-1 to Everton. Beniotti getting on the score sheet there. 3-1 again to Everton. Drewsbury Hall scoring in the 92nd minute. We lost narrowly to Manchester United 3-2. It was a bit of a comeback, but they scored. Mason Mount scored in the 75th minute. We didn't do too bad there, but we came back. We played Wolves. We beat them 4-1. If you have a look, Samore scored, Beniotti scored, but Charlie Taff scored. Who's Charlie Taff, you ask? He's a 16-year-old. He's come through the youth intake. He's got 13 dribbling, 11 finishing, 15 first touch. Technique is 15. His acceleration's 11. His pace and balance needs to kind of be working on. He's 5'8". His strength is getting there. He's 16. His potential looks okay. He's only valued 1.4 million. He's not going to be a world beater, but none of my strikers are scoring, so I thought I'd play him, and he's done well, and he has scored. Should we have a look at some of the other players that have come in for the youth intake? We had Hugh Davis, who's been called up to an international trial or something like that. He is a deep line playmaker, going to be taking over the Samore role. Possibly could be as good as Drewsbury Hall if we do well with him. We had Jordan Belgrove. Again, looks alright. Solid ball-winning midfielder. Kind of what we need. Charlie Taff, obviously we know him. We've just looked at him. Josh King, he's been around here. He's not been part of this youth intake. Who else did we sign? Signed a couple of goalkeepers. Mark Gillen, he's a centre-back. He's not a goalkeeper. Tackling 15 already, which is, I'd say, pretty decent. Potential-wise is there. His value is not great. We could probably do something with him. He's 6'1" as well, so he's handy if we actually develop him. Here's one of the goalkeepers. No, he's another centre-back, a defensive midfielder. Daniel Jenkins. We signed him. Again, he looks okay. Not going to be amazing for us, but he could be good. Where are these other goalkeepers that we got? A left back, when did he come into the season? He came last season. I'm sure we got another goalkeeper. Yes, we did. I can't pronounce his name. Nippon. His name's called Nippon. That's what we're calling him. Anyway, yeah, he looks alright. We have got another one in the squad as well. We've got Oscar Watson. He's going to be our backup goalkeeper next season. He's 16. We might as well have him on the bench. See if we can get him some game times coming in, playing some cup games maybe, because I just don't like the other backup goalkeepers we've got. Hermsman, hopefully he will come back into the season, back in next season. He's played all right, actually. He's gone out on loan. He's developed well. He might be kind of fighting for a spot in the first team, potentially. Jacob is not really played much. We'll look to probably offload him in the summer, but probably should stop talking about offloading players and get playing this game, seeing the season end rewards, and planning what we're going to be doing. So anyway, this is how we're going to be lining up. I've changed the formation. I've changed the tactic a little bit because things weren't going so well. I am tempted. It's going to be Jamie Vardy's last ever appearance for the club, so I'm going to put him on the bench. Origi's going to miss out. Poor Origi. We'll go through the team in a minute. We'll play this game first. I'm just thinking, Luke Thomas. I'm gonna keep the team how it was for the 4-1 victory. So we've got Rick in goal, Justin's Connor Cody, Mads. I might just name him Mads. To be honest, it's just a bit easier for me. Luke Thomas, Samore, and Winks. So Winks is the central midfielder role. That's what I'm playing him as. Beniote, Drewsbury Hall as an attacking playmaker. Youngs, and then Charlie Taff up top. What else have we done? We've changed. We've made them so they can be a bit more expressive, so we can let them kind of do a bit, kind of what they want, and also pass into space as well. I'll put that back on. Obviously, it didn't really work that well for us in the Championship. As soon as I stopped them from doing that, we started winning games. I'm going to leave it on anyway, just because I wanted the team to have some fun towards the end of the season. We're going to have a highlight in the first minute of this game. Hopefully it's not us giving the ball away, but Winks does give the ball away. What was it? What did I just say? It's going to be a goal, isn't it, to West Ham? No, it's not. We managed to make a save. Rick he's there. He's been all right, Rick has. His Premier League debut, he's not been too bad for us. It's just been pretty much meh, I'd say. Back four as well has not been amazing, but we've managed to survive. Mid-table is good, I think. I feel like that's a respectable kind of way when you've just been promoted from the Championship. You've managed to win the Carabao Cup in the first season and also then play in Europe, which has been a bit of a crazy one. But Kurt Zuma gets the goal for West Ham, and we are away, and we're not playing particularly well. It's going to be one of these games, but it is what it is, isn't it? We're just... The season's over. It's a nothing game. That's why I didn't really show you any other games. There's no point just dragging it out a little bit. We're not winning anything. We're not fighting for kind of any European spots. We weren't fighting relegation. If we were, we probably would have showed a few more games. But what's the point of showing loads of games that we're not playing particularly well? I might as well just get through it, get Season 2 edited, uploaded, and then start on Season 3 in the transfer window and see where we go from there. Another highlight to West Ham, they're passing the ball around. Unfortunately, we are not at the races today. We're not really doing anything. They've just scored another goal. I'm going to turn past this. I'm just going to play around with the tactic a little bit. Might as well. It doesn't really matter. It is a nothing game. If anything, we could have won, and I think we've dropped a place down into 13th. We have. But if we won, we could have gone up into 10th place potentially. But it doesn't really matter at the minute. I wanted to steady the ship a little bit with Leicester. Yes, we did really, really well in the Championship. We kind of ran away with it. And then losing our top goal scorer. Didn't really have the money to rebuild. Managed to put a team together. It's all right, but not good enough. I've also had the budgets as well. I'll show you them. They came through. They're nothing particularly special, to be honest with you. I don't really know what I'm going to do with the budgets that we've got. Right, let's just make some changes. It's been a bit of a poor game. Unfortunately, Charlie Taff not had a good game. So we're going to bring on Jamie Vardy. Ben Nilsson, we're going to bring him on. Let's him have a game. Connor Cody. Justin's can come off. I'm going to make them 3 changes for now. I have given up Watson a game. He came on as a sub in the last game because we were winning 4-1. He probably won't get a game today. Tell you what, who I am going to take off, actually. Young's on this left-hand side is not doing well. Mav, even though he had some good run of form, he's now completely dropped off and not playing particularly well. And then Winks. Is it Winks that's struggling? Harry Winks will bring on Atakan and play him as a ball-winning midfielder on defend. So we're very much a championship team, and it took a while for me to get to grips. We've got some quality in here, some decent Premier League quality. A lot of players, well, some of them aren't quite ready there yet, still developing. Some are at the potential, not Premier League quality. Probably, if they are where we are, if you know what I mean, then kind of we're just a mid-table team at the minute. We do need to try and find some of that flair, some decent players to come in that can come straight into the first team. But to do that, we're going to have to offload some players, and like I say, we'll have a look at that in a minute and think who we need to offload. Obviously, after we weather the storm, it's not very often we don't score goals, but towards the back end of the season, we have struggled. Obviously, we're giving Jamie Vardy a run out for his last game of the season. He's now down to be a Vanarama National North player, I think, or something like that with his ability. So, yeah, it's annoying. He picked up an injury right at the beginning of this season, and he was out for like 4, 5 months, 6 months, or something ridiculous. Missed most of the season. Wouldn't actually accept his retirement early. So we've been paying his wage all season for him to play two games. It's not been ideal. Well, safe to say, that was a really poor game to show you. Tomorrow had the best game. I've switched the team off. I need to really read and just have a go at the players, because the players are expecting more. So let's just have a quick look. I don't know whether to go to the season awards, have a look at that, and then go through my thoughts of the team. Before we do that, though, we get £130,000 from Castagna. He is had a decent. He's not had that good of a season actually at Fulham, but he's done well there. That's Leicester have been given 15 million to achieving 13th place. We'll have a look, see what that's done to the finances. We've paid £2.1 million bonuses and squad. Right, okay, cool. So finances then, that 15 million hasn't really done anything to it. We've been given £18 million to spend, and the wage budget. Well, I say that. I haven't found the budget email. I didn't see it come through, whether I've missed it or not, but that is what we've got at the moment. It's not looking good. I need to go into scouting and kind of change this over a little bit. There we go. Oh, not that'll do. So yeah, the finances aren't looking great. We are going to have to sell players, I think, to try and bring some decent players in. That's the only way I'm going to have to do this. And if we have a look at the squad, and this is what I was thinking, if we go for transfer value and have a look at players that may be here that we can maybe cash in on, make some money off. Benayote, he is not going. I want him to be kind of our key player. He's 20. He's worth a lot of money. Hopefully he can be even better for us next season. Let's have a quick look at him. He's scored 8 goals this season. He's not had a great season, 6.78, 34 games. He's now a decent Premier League player. He can improve. So I'd say an okay for the first season in the Premier League. Kieran Dewsbury Hall, same thing. He's not going anywhere. He is the club captain. Victor Christensen, again, he's not going anywhere. These three are worth quite a bit of money. Victor Christensen, in my mind, he's 22. He's our starting left back. As long as no one else comes in for him, that's the issue. Wilfred Ndidi, though, is on a bit of money. He's on 100k a week. He's valued at 35 to 38 million. I'm tempted to maybe have a look if we can move him on. Yes, he's had 30 appearances for us. He's scored 1 goal, got 2 assists, not done particularly well this season. So if we could move him on for 30 million, that'd be nice. 25. I probably won't be able to move him on for 30 million. We'll see. Similar to Atakan here, we've brought him in. He's worth similar. And I think if we get rid of one, we have to keep the other unless we bring in 2 players to replace him. But Atakan as well, not had a great season. Played the same amount of games as Ndidi in the same sort of role. Only scored 1 goal, 3 assists. Not done particularly well. For defensive midfielder, you're not expecting them to be great. So they're 2 players there. If we sold, we could potentially bring in 60 million quid. We'll just have to see. David, we brought him in on loan. He's not really played for us. We're not going to look to sign him. He's not done great. Obviously, he's quality-wise championship, so he's not there yet. So the next loan players are going to have to be decent kind of players that are unsettled. Harry Winks, again, he's a bit part player. He's 29. He's worth 30 million. Do we look to cash in on Harry Winks? Do we keep him around? It all depends on who we line up to bring in. Samore, 26. I think I keep Samore around because I liked how he's performed this season. He's only had 3 goals, 1 assist. He's not done amazing, but I think he's a decent Premier League player. He's a good player to have around. Martial, again, he's on a lot of money. He's not played a lot this season because he's just been injured. He's only managed 15 games, only 3 league goals, 11 goals all season. I think I'm going to have to transfer list him and just see if we can get him gone. I don't think anyone's going to want to buy him. That's the issue. James Justin, we're going to keep around because we need the right backs. Luke Thomas is a difficult one because I want to keep Luke Thomas at the team. He wants to leave on a free next year. So we'll have to just see. I don't think he wants to enter a new competition and a contract negotiations. Yeah, he just wants to leave on a free. So we're going to have to give him loads more game time. So just have a quick look. I'm not going to go through every single player. Waterhouse, he's not played this season. We need to move him on. It's 27. It get into his prime now. If we can get close to that, 27 million would be nice. Same with who was just in Mav. I mean, he's done well to the back end of the season. He's almost got a 7 rating. He's scored 5 league goals, 1 assist, 2 player of the matches, 8 goals all season. He's not good enough to be in the Premier League, so I do need to try and get him gone. Same with McAteer as well. I don't know about this kid. Obviously, he's young. He could be good. He could be good in the Premier League. Not a well beater, but he could be good to have around. So we'll have a look to see what happens with him. Youngs, he's done alright for us this season. Pereira and Chowdhury, I think, are leaving at the end of the season anyway. Daka is another one I'll be looking to see if I can cash in on. He's not played this season. If we can get 20 million for him, would be nice. Who else would be looking? Hermsman, the keeper. I don't know if he is. I actually don't know if he's leaving next season or he's just gone on loan. I think he's just gone on loan. So he'll be back. So we'll have to see what we're going to have to do with him. And then just going through it, we've got Origi. We'll probably keep him around. He's no harm, really. He is on 63k, but he can be the Jamie Vardy of the lot. I was looking at potentially signing Tok. At one point, I managed to get a just short of £7 million offer in for him. But then the next time I went to go to do an offer, they wanted 45 million. When's his contract due? Let's have a look at his contract. It is up, in a couple of years. He looks decent. He's not quite there yet, but if we can get him for around about that money, he's had an all-right season. He's scored 4 goals, 4 assists. He's not been great, but he has the ability to be great. So if we can get him cheap, I think that'll be worth it. And then we'll just go into some of the youngsters there. So that's my thoughts of the team. We need to get rid of some of the deadwood. Harry as well, we need him to leave. Get him for 8 million. I think I need to sell the players first before I look at bringing any players in. And to do that, I think we could bring in 80 million. Potentially maybe less than that. Between 60 and 80 million. On top of the 20 million we've got would be nice. And then I can look to strengthen the midfield. I need to get a striker that's going to score some goals. Charlie Taff obviously isn't going to be the one. We're just going to have a look, aren't we? And just see who comes up and see how I do with the transfer window. But we're going to continue on to get to the awards and then see if anything else crazy comes up for the end of the season. And then we'll just kind of end it there. Okay, hang on. We have got the budgets. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. I thought the budget's already been made because we had 20 million in the bank. I don't know where that actually came from. We can work with this. We've got £50 million to spend. I don't know where that's come from because that wasn't part of the projections, but we've got £50 million to spend and we've got a bit more wage budget to play with. We can work with that. I might try and do this now, actually. Let's just try and make an offer for Tok for just 7 million. I know there's 40% sell-on fee, and we'll go to the awards and to see if we can make that signing happen today. Oh, they're just here. I wasn't expecting it to be so quick. The new arrivals. Let's have a look. See who got signing of the season. Please don't tell me it was a re. Who got signing of the season? Martial on a B. Mads, I'm going to say none of them got a star next to them. Oh no, Young's got signing of the season there. He got an A star. That was the signing of the season for Young's. Okay, that's fine. Hey, do you know what? He came in. He's not done terrible. He's been all right. Mads, he came in and really helped the defence out. Martial has not been great. Cedric, we've got him. Do you know what? We've barely played him. He's not played particularly well, and we're bringing him in for quite a bit of money, unfortunately. Khan's come in, not done great. Origi, meh, done all right. You know what I mean? He's not been terrible, but he's not been amazing. Transfers out. No one really went out. Danny Ward went out for 8 million. That's, I think, probably the biggest transfer that we managed to get out. And loans out. A lot of people went out on loans. People weren't happy with some of them. So, yeah, that's the transfers wise. Anyway, what else have we got? Not really a lot going on here. We finished 13th in the league. The board are happy with that. Average attendance is 32,000, 99% full. Top goal scorer for Leicester was Benayotte, and he scored 8 league goals. I feel like he scored more than that. 14 goals in all competitions. Just finding if the fact that he was our top goal scorer in the league kind of says it all. Also, we've not looked at the league properly. Man City won it, by the way. Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea in the top 4. Tottenham, Villa and Manchester United kind of filling in the other 3 spots just underneath. Teams getting relegated are Brentford, Southampton, who knocked us out of the bloody FA Cup, and Nottingham Forest. I like to see Nottingham Forest getting relegated. That's wonderful stuff. Let's have a quick look. See what we got. Our biggest win was 6-1. Most memorable match 1-1. Why is a 1-1 game against Newcastle the most memorable match? I don't know. Goal of the season was from... Okay, you guys didn't see this, and I know we didn't score that many goals this season, but this goal from Victor Christensen, I don't think is goal of the season. Obviously, this is the Manchester United goal. This is their second goal. Connor Cody's fault here. Yeah. Then we score here. I think this is... It's not Christensen's goal. It's Benioti's tapping. And then Christensen, here we go. I think this is his goal. And it's not particularly that good of a goal, I'd say. But it is what it is. He's managed to win that. Fair enough. Financials. This is interesting to see. So the club, we've not managed to raise the reputation at all. We're currently just national. No new sponsorship deals. No new sponsorship deals. The sponsorships are up though. 32 million we got from them. Broadcast revenues are up to 89. So they've gone up as well, considering it is 2 million from last season. So we've made a lot of money from there. Corporation, that's gone up. Competition prize money's gone up. Matchday commercial revenue's gone up. So everything's gone up there. Kit signings, kit sales. Dewsbury Hall is the top one. Vardy, Martial, Benayotte and Origi kind of came in there. Origi coming in with the shirt signings though, which is good. How we lined up, and it was a bit of a mismatch, and no one had a good season, I wouldn't say. No one stood out and got like a 7 rating overall. It was a bit of an average season from literally everyone. And I'd say this is about right. Accolades, not really much to talk about here. Dewsbury Hall was the highest average rater with a 6.9. And I don't remember the last time I played Football Manager and had a player that's got... Well, had a team without a player that didn't average over a 7 towards the end of the season, which is quite poor. But then kind of sums up a mid-table Premier League team that have just been promoted and couldn't really invest in the squad, and we had to bring in who we could. Young player of the season, Youngs. Signing of the season, Youngs. Victor Christensen. Goal of the season, we've seen that. Top goal scorer, Beniato with 14 goals. Dewsbury Hall with the 13 assists. Most player of the matches, Samore. I'd say Samore for me has been my standout player this season. He's not done a lot. He's just looked good when he's been playing. Most passes completed, Mads. Worst discipline, 11 yellow cards for Atacon. He's going to get that. He plays in a defensive midfielder role. Leicester owe everything to a fantastic start of the season that gave them the foundations they needed. Yeah, they've been brilliant since day one. The early season football was a joy to watch. I don't think it was. And then not really much has happened here, to be honest. We've won 2 trophies, and that's it so far. Club vision for next season. Let's have a look. So, overall best 11. Klitschy and Iacho. Let's have a look. How did he do last season? He scored 5 goals in France. He played 25 games and scored 5 goals. Not quite the 35 goals he scored in the Championship for us. Is he happy where he is? I'm not paying 24 million for a 28-year-old Luke. Let's just move away from that before you look at probably trying to sign him. Club vision. This is what we want to look at, though. What is it? Play attacking football, possession football, made the most of set pieces. We're trying to. End of next season. And is that 26, 27? It's avoid relegation again. I'm happy with that. And then become an establishment. We've kind of already done this already anyway. And then they just want us to become an established Premier League team. I'm fine with that. I'll accept that because my goal is to finish mid-table to top half. End of season, let's discuss plans. I'd like to talk the plans for the next season. It's been a long season. I'm aiming to finish mid-table. Everyone's happy with that. Brilliant. Do I want to make any promises? Oh, have a good pre-season. Positive. There we go. Is everyone happy? Pretty happy with that. Good. Good. Summarise. Yeah. I've made them happy. I think mid-table next season. In all fairness, I actually don't want mid-table. I really want to fight for European spots. I think that's what I need to do. What is this? New team season report. Yeah, we're looking pretty decent there. Squad, yeah, going on holiday. Where we've agreed a pre-season training camp. We'll go to Thailand, why not? And then transfer list. I think that is going to be it then, hasn't it? Let's just take the end of the episode. Just have a look. We have got some there at 7. Charlie and Oscar there. Beniato, I've not really spoken much about him. His value is well up there. I did give him a new contract. He's contracted till 2029, so I don't need to mess around with it. I think I've taken out his release clause. No, his minimum release clause to teams in the Champions League is 85 million. So I'll take 85 million if someone comes for him. I'll take that. But he looks like he should be the star player for us. Whether we change the formation and play him in like a shadow striker role, which actually looks pretty decent at. Obviously, he's been playing him as the inside forward, but we could maybe play him as a shadow striker. That could be an option for us for next season. Other than that, there's no real standouts to really focus on. Maybe one other, Ben Nilsson, 21 years of age. He's played a couple of games for us. In 8 games, he scored a goal. He's been on loan. His potential is good. He's only a League One player, but I think he's going to be kind of on the bench next season. He's going to play the Carabao Cup. I think I've got it in my head. He's going to play every single Carabao Cup game, as well as Charlie Taff. I'm going to play him in the Carabao Cup unless I bring in some other youngsters. We need to get him some game time, don't we? See if he's going to be actually any good. And Oscar Watson as well, for a young goalkeeper. We need to give him some game time as well, because there's no point in just sitting on the bench not doing anything. If we're going to do that, we might as well loan him out. But that, I think, is it. Not a lot. We're saying bye to Jamie Vardy as well. He is retiring. Obviously, his pace has dropped off. He's had a poor end to his career. He's played 2 games for us this season. 2 sub appearances. Didn't even start a game. No assists. No nothing. But he did have a good championship season to help us get promoted. So 28 goals he scored for us there. So we can't really say he didn't do much for us. He did get us a hand in getting promoted. That's pretty much it. So we end the episode saying goodbye to Jamie Vardy. He's been a servant for Leicester City. And I need to really start editing the rest of the season and getting it uploaded, which I might have to start doing tonight/tomorrow. But yeah, it's been great. So if you're enjoying this and if you've made it all the way to the end of season 2 and to this point of the video, leave a comment and just say cheese. Just put cheese and then I'll know someone's watched it. That'd be great. Anyway, but yeah, enough said. I hope you're staying safe wherever you are. Take it easy and I'll see you in a bit.